I'm Kael, I'm 17 and I'm from Mornington.
I'm Baden, I'm 17 from Mornington.
I'm Sam, I'm 17 and I live in Macrae.
I was actually born into a racing family, so my grandparents and my mother, they all owned horses growing up. My father was a trainer, so I sort of have always had that bug in me. I worked in racing for a period of time and then sort of came into this side of the industry and I'm absolutely loving it.
Well, I never really came from a racing background, but I was just interested to see the community and what was around for positions available. And I found the Balnarring Racing Club and I asked Leslie, the secretary, and she said, yeah, she'd love to have me and take photos for the club.
From a very young age I've always been going to the races. My dad owned a couple of horses, just 5% shares, and we used to go to the races quite a bit, and I just caught the bug from there, just watching our horses run and getting excited when on the odd occasion they won. And yeah, ever since I got a bit older I've started to get some work in some stables, especially with Pat Carey and Harris Walker. They've been really kind to me.
My role here initially was to do the jockey boards at the front, but when I reached out I expressed my interest in calling races. So as the season's gone on I've been given a few opportunities of doing that. I think I can bring something special to calling races. Every call is different and situations play out differently, so I love it. It's something new every time I go out to do it.
I'm the official photographer for the racing club. Horses crossing the line is always great with celebrations from the jockeys. The crowd shots are always great, I love them. Capturing the best moments from every race day, it's great.
So here I do two main jobs on race day. Up on where the race caller box is, there's a little magnetic board, and when the horses go past the post I'll put the first four up in order, and then also after the race has been run, about 5 minutes after, I'll come down and collect the saddle cloths from the jockeys that have just run in the previous race. I'd love to help out race clubs, especially Balnarring, because it's very close to my home, and it's a picnic racing club, so they're all volunteers here and I'm the extra hand that can help out.
The people, it's a community. Everyone knows everyone and everyone you'll go to any meeting and you'll run into people you know. Yeah, it's just an amazing community.
I just love the excitement of the horses, they're running, and for me, when you tip a winner, it's just an amazing feeling, and doing it week in, week out, or because there's racing every day, I just love it, it's awesome.
When I was younger, I probably looked up to trainers because growing up for a lot of my younger years, I wanted to train racehorses, so it was Peter Moody and it was a lot of those big gun trainers that were going around in the early 2010s that were crushing it. As I've grown with time, it's probably more become media personalities. Matt Hill's an obvious one. Greg Miles was a big one, but more specifically Bruce McAvaney. If I could be like anyone, it'd probably be Bruce. He calls every sport and he's a great media personality. So yeah, I'd idolise Bruce.
My father is my mentor. He's a photographer. I just love, he's always helped me and I love him, yeah.
And Will Bourne from Kirimar Racing. He does the bloodstock side of things there. I look up to him as someone like, wow, I want to be him. But also earlier in my life I wanted to be a race caller, but I grew a passion for other things. So Greg Miles and Matt Hill I looked up to as well. I'm still pretty young, so I wouldn't have much advice, but I think mainly just building connections with people, and like for example a trainer, you can just ask to work at a stable and they can teach you some of the arts and crafts of hands-on horsemanship and all that. So I think doing something like that, just building connections and getting to know people, and they can help you out along the way.
Well look, getting involved in the industry, there's never any shortage of want for staff or people around this industry, and I think, as I said earlier, it's community. So you're going to come into this sort of line of work or into this industry, whether it be the media or working in a stable, and you're going to meet a lot of people and you're going to have fun. And if you love the animal and you get to wake up every morning loving going to work, then yeah, there's no better industry to be in.